split a case of Coors Light at a table.
Follow that,
Okay,
Dave?
Rico. Yeah, that was not good.
We're riffing. The boys are just chucking it around. We're chopping. Barstool Pick'em is brought to you by our friends at Game Time. Game Time, you shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is a fast and easy way to buy tickets for all sports, comedy, music, theater, events near you. I love Game Time. I use Game Time for everything. I've used it for football, for comedy, for baseball.
Used it last night, Dan.
For concerts. You used it last night.
Champions Classic.
I'm using it tonight. Me and Roan are going to courtside for Pat Bev Celtics.
Oh, I didn't even know Dave was on. Can we see him, Zoopy? We can't see him. Hey, Dave. Game Time.
Philly or Boston?
It's in Philly.
Sick.
Love it. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to
Probably going to drop 100 dimes on the Celtics.
Ooh. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. The place to find last-minute seats. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and more. With zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time picks the seats for an average of 18% savings, and the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section or row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. So go right now, take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code PICK'EM for 20% off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code PICK'EM for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Okay, Barstool Pick'em Week 12. We are live. Dave and Rico, we were just talking before. Dave's everywhere. Dave needs a vacation. People who think that Dave's retired.
No, he's working.
The guy's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I last saw him on Saturday, and we were like, all right, I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you. Like, I think maybe after Thanksgiving for Ohio State, Michigan. I was like, you getting a break? And he's like, yeah. And then he just hopped on and was like, yeah, I'm going to Philly for sit on the floor with Roan.
Content.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said you're red hot gambling, though, right?
10 on my last 11.
All right. So are you worried about what's on the horizon for next week in terms of Feast Week?
Oh, no. I am. I already tweeted
Feast
it.
Week?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying, the benefit of my schedule is I haven't been paying that close attention to college hoops. I took Michigan against St. John. Michigan is wildly underrated coming into the season. They're very good.
I have a question, Dave, and we can cut this if you don't want it in, but what happened to the show of strength? I needed to see the show of strength.
It fell apart.
Dave told me that there was word on the street that some high-powered Michigan alums were planning at Madison Square Garden to get a box together and do a show of strength for Harbaugh.
We were going to do it. Yeah, it was going to.
This is the funniest idea ever.
It was going to be a show of strength. I mean, I guess some big guys were there, but it didn't come together. Like I was told, like Stephen Ross, Harbaugh would be there, like the big wigs.
Yeah.
So if Harbaugh went, I would have gone as a show of strength.
Show of strength. I just love the idea of like we got to do a show. Next time we get in a controversy, we need to do that. We need to have a show of strength.
That's just like, it's like walking through Tiananmen Square, like, everyone like with the Chinese with their guns. That's what Michigan just showed, that we can still flex our muscle. That's all that was going to be, is a show of strength, that you don't push us around. We're Michigan.
Show of strength. All right, so
are you just opting out of Feast Week?
Yeah, wait, you can't opt out of Feast.
No, yes, he can if he's hot. I think he figured out
No,
this.
he can't.
No, I'm not opting out. I haven't been betting college basketball really yet because I haven't.
That doesn't mean anything, Dave. You know that.
I'm just saying I haven't looked. Like my brain is so scattered. I'm just trying to see. Like, actually, there we go. Yeah, I mean, I have in multiple. Like, I'm up. I have like over 7 figures in my gambling account.
Nice. Oh, time for a furniture set
or a bomb.
Yeah.
Like a double or nothing type thing. But
you mean you could do it on Michigan?
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, but I'd have to do it money line.
And also, that's a game you care about already. Like, you don't need a bomb to get like.
But they're going to be at least, I think, 3 or 4 point favorites. So you have to go. My boy, am I going to be upset? I lost $1 million. I win by 2. Like you'd have to go money line. So you're going to have crazy odds. Yeah. I hate the board this week.
Yeah, there's some weird games. This is a week where a lot of the SEC plays weird non-conference games.
Everyone's gearing up for next week.
Right, everyone's gearing up for rivalry week. Yeah, you'll be in on Feast Week. Feast Week, you have to be in. I mean, it's.
What was the final score of TCU to yesterday?
Yeah. So I was texting with Dave. Jamie Dixon fucked me bad. We went to TCU on Saturday. We had him on the show, and he was talking. Dave, you could tell. I'm not bullshitting. He was talking like they were the Showtime Lakers. He's like, we're the most athletic team ever. We're going to run. We're going to be fast. It's going to be crazy. They were one of the fastest teams last year. I want them to double the pace. So he's sitting there saying all that shit. And I'm like, I'm just going to bet the over every time they play. Last night, I bet the over. I got a great number, too. Got like six points on.
Closing value.
Yeah, because the college basketball, you can do that. TCU ended up scoring 88 points. So they scored 55 in the second half.
What was the final?
Final was 88-55.
Oh, so not enough.
Oh, so you weren't even close.
Not even close. But
yeah, I mean, that's an understatement, too. The way that Dan said he described it was not even like I was ready to bet them to win that. And by the way, maybe they will because they scored a shit ton of points the second half. So, but 88 points you can live with from them. That's not the issue.
Right. They did. Jamie Dixon did deliver on what he was saying. It was just that at the first half, they had 33 points. I was like, if you're the way he talked about them, you should never have a half under 40.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How was the trip to TCU?
Good. Right. It was great crowd, great atmosphere. I mean, it's one of those things. I don't know that I would, for future college football shows, I think we got to give ourselves a little more flex room. Like we lock these things in so early, and the crowd the crowd was great. It was a great atmosphere, but I mean, they're a below 500 team. Meanwhile, Penn State's playing Michigan with all that controversy. Like we should have been in Happy Valley. Now, I grant it. We still have bias. Like I know we go to Penn State. That's I off the top of my head. That's one school that hates us and will not work with us. So we got to go private on frats. It's not as good. It was great. It was not where we should have been, but it was great. We met the chancellor, like our guy Cody or Kobe. They love him there, and he has connects.
Not even close. Not even close.
Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek.
Dawson asked us if he wanted us to go to the game so bad. He's a great kid. He's a hard worker. They were saying he's like the perfect. What he did as the viceroy at TCU is exactly what we want every viceroy to do. Like he would like made like content. Got the eye of the university in a good way where they were like, this is awesome. He was trying to get us to go to this game so bad. Dave and I were like, dude, if Sonny Dykes had me and Dave, like Dave quarterback, me running back, we still wouldn't go to the game. Like, I don't know what you're asking us for. It was, but Dave, I thought the same thing. The money is hard to figure out. Maybe the answer is doing maybe one or two less of the live shows, but then doing 4 flex shows total where it's like we go to the best game, because it felt like we were just like, it was like TCU was awesome, but it was like this game doesn't mean anything.
Right. And it was great. It was great everything. You can always tell with us, the closer we are to the stadium, the more we have the basketball coach on, the chancellor, the more the cheerleaders are there, the more everything's happening, the worse the program. Like Rutgers, we did it on the 50-yard line.
Right.
Like we were in the stadium.
Right.
The bigger schools, everyone's knocking down their door and they're not nearly as receptive. So it's a catch-22. And so it really, I would say overall the best we ever had, I think, was probably Michigan State at East Lansing. Like we're in the middle of everything. It was a gigantic game. But you got to find the right spots. Like we went to Indiana, we were like a 45-minute drive from where the game was being played. So,
and the Michigan spot that we have every time is awesome.
It's great, but that's small.
Next week's going to be unbelievable. No,
but it is small. The Michigan State one he's talking about, it felt like we were at the center of what is it, Project X? Where it was like the kids were just having the craziest party ever, and we weren't even part of it. We were just doing a show, and they were just fucking throwing couches and shit, and it was awesome.
Yeah, and obviously, Michigan has become such the story in national championship. The whole show becomes about Michigan. But anytime we have some sort of connection to what's going on in the game, it becomes a much better show. Yeah. Like next week with Fat Ev, Taylor Wants to Come, me, the whole world looking. I mean, next week's going to be unbelievable.
It's got to be lights out.
It's going to be
I mean,
scenes.
it's one of the with
it's going to be a movie,
yeah.
as some people say.
Yeah, I got mad at somebody for that the other day.
Oh, it's the lamest thing you can say.
Well, one of our accounts quite literally says TCU scenes.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor's scenes. They don't change it. They say it's scenes every single week.
Or they'll be like, Ann Arbor was a movie on Saturday.
Yeah. I would fire whoever is doing that. So hopefully they hear it and they're like, maybe I should switch it up and make it unique.
Like when I read it in hoping that they're doing it as a joke.
Yeah,
that
they're not.
But they're not, right? Because I will say that as a joke.
It's like the old joke on going to a bachelor party. It's like Vegas ain't ready.
Are you sick?
What? No, I'm getting over it. I'm getting way better.
Oh, no.
I'm at 95% recovered. I do a debate show.
It just dawned on me that you're sick.
I do a debate show every day for an hour.
You almost said a year.
It's going to hurt your voice.
What were you going to say, Dave?
Well, I was going to say my thing.
Oh, yeah, you say your thing.
It's like when people are like, oh, we go to Vegas for a bachelor party. It's like Vegas ain't ready for us. Like, yeah, you ain't ready for fucking 30-somethings with a button-down roll-up to go split a fucking case of Bud Light at a fucking or Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Split a case of Coors Light at a table.
Follow that.
Okay,
Dave?
Rico. Yeah, that was not good.
We're riffing. We're the boys are just chucking it around. We're chopping. We're having a riff.
Yeah.
It's like yes and. All right, we'll take a quick break for Roback. It's safe to say we bet on these guys any day of the week because we absolutely love their gear. With the holidays quickly approaching, we only recommend Roback. It is simply the most comfortable gear we own and a perfect gift for that special someone. From the performance polos to the hoodies and joggers, best fit, best feel, Roback's performance hoodies are the best piece of clothing we own. We can't emphasize how soft they are. With great stretch and still breathable, they're simply the best hoodies out there. Odds are, if you see us during football season, you'll see us in a Roback hoodie. Roback also just released new performance crew necks and fleeces, both men and women. The crews are super soft, yet lightweight and breathable. The fleeces are unbelievably soft. We cannot take them off. Both these are perfect for a crisp fall day spent watching football. In all honesty, Roback has been gaining traction big time. Roback's been working with some of college football's biggest stars in Ohio State's Kyle McCord, Alabama's Jalen Milroe, and Notre Dame's Audric Estime. Use code PICK on Roback.com for 20% off your first purchase. Roback is the best, absolute best. Wear it all the time. Joggers all the time. Q-zips all the time. Hoodies all the time. Roback.com. Use promo code PICK right now. Should we talk about the Invitational?
Yeah, I think we're done with that. Oh, you mean Rico being a baby?
Well, we could do everything because, we are done with that. I have now become like the Daily Mail. They've spent the last 5 years trying to take Dave down. Now I'm their new target because they wrote an article. It was so funny.
I love it. They're doing what they do. They stack them. Yeah. So it's if anything new happens, it becomes your rap sheet. It's it said Dan Katz something like yelling at players that gambling upset everybody, also formerly in trouble for being a pervert with Taylor Swift.
Yes, here it is. Barstool Sports Dan Big Cat Katz is slammed for dominating college basketball broadcast with screams at players about his bet on the game a month after he courted controversy for his Travis Taylor sex tape comment. They just stack it. Half the story was about the sex tape.
That's how it goes.
But that was very funny that happened where it's like there's 10,000 college basketball games a year and all these people getting upset. It's like they
would have been watching that game when there was 5 minutes to go and it's a 30-point fucking blowout. There's no one that is what we should get credit for being people even talking about what was going on at that point. By the way, shame on that point guard formerly from Michigan. I just don't know how you don't shoot a three.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
Just shoot it.
The whole crowd was screaming at him, shoot a three.
And on top of all of it, Dave, it's so crazy to me. And I didn't reply to anyone on Twitter because it's like, it's just going to, people are just going to fucking take it, whatever. It's going to become a whole thing. The dumbest part about that controversy wasn't even a controversy is these fucking Big J journalists being like, it's pathetic that they're doing this. They're ruining the sport. like gambling should not be this like overt, all this stuff. Shut the fuck up. The whole reason that like the sports media world is going to be saved is because of gambling. People are going to spend more money on the leagues. Right. The TV rights are going to go through the roof. People are going to cover it more. Like gambling, if you think that gambling doesn't happen for every sporting event, especially a college basketball game in fucking November, you're a moron. You just have your head in the sand.
We had a couple of foxhole guys say too. They said Robert Griffin spends fucking 10 minutes with a rose in his mouth while a broadcast is going on. So like, how do you judge? Can't have it both ways.
No, it's stupid.
The good news is, before the controversy, I already said we're done.
We're done. Yeah.
Like I tweeted the seconds over, like we're never doing that again. And not because of the controversy. It's too expensive. There's a million games. Like Pete doesn't get. I'm like, Pete, did we make or lose money on this event? He's like, we probably came very close to break even. I'm like, how'd it go? He's like, it's the most stressful thing we do.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, does it ever occur to you, Pete? You have me, Dan, everyone's there, the whole crew working like 8 hours. You said it's the most stressful thing you do, and we make no money. Right. Why the fuck do we want to do this? So we'll never do that again.
No. And we open ourselves like to people just being like, fuck, like it doesn't do anything for us.
No.
It does nothing for us. Now, the one person who's probably happy we're done with this is Bosco.
I will say, Rico, your reaction to Jerry hitting the half-court shot was all time.
All time.
I was chanting in front of your table. Jerry, find that angle. Get me a stoolie to find that angle.
We have that
Free
angle.
ball, don't lie shirt. Free ball, don't lie shirt.
I saw it.
He's the king.
With my own two eyes.
It's a competition. You won. Competition.
I saw it with my own two eyes the entire time. You were furious.
It's a competition. It is a competition. It's a competition.
But it's not really. It was fucking like everyone was cheering.
One shot and
it's a half court shot.
Well, that's what
you were mad because it was Jerry. And last year you got like 15 shots and hit your one and
one of five.
You and the new puppy it looks like are
it's trouble
in the playpen together. It may not be getting along.
It may not be getting that. I'll tell you what.
It's hard sleeping outside when there's a
Jerry dropping the
new doggy bed with satin sheets.
The Tanner Polly Pepper story. when Rico tried to say that the new dog,
no, Joey,
the old dog's never late.
That tweet was just out there. I just found.
So are you back on your burners?
No, Joey Yanks says good things. I happen to see it. I follow him. He's a good follow. He was on Jersey Shore. He's a legend on Jersey Shore.
So Joey Yanks is Rico, for anyone who doesn't know. Are you back? Because I'm fine. I think Joey Yanks is very funny, but this is a slippery slope where they're going to say.
Because Rico actually does text me on the side to make sure I don't miss any Joey Yanks tweets.
He sends you the Joey Yanks tweets?
Oh, yeah. He's like, you see what Joey Yanks said?
Me and Dave are on good terms, so
I want when he's sending the.
You read a lot. You're a smart guy. You check it on a flight.
Busy. Sometimes I miss Joey Yanks' tweets.
Right.
I like seeing him.
And you have weighed in on Joey. It seems like you have an opinion on the old pup is not necessarily should be euthanized. I think you're appreciating the old pup just a little bit more.
He showed you throw that toy. It may take him a second to get up on all four, but once he gets going, he's cruising.
Yeah, but so when Jerry hit that shot. It's so great because you get everyone's actual reaction. Like Rico could say anything he wants. His reaction was, I fucking hate Jerry. I cannot believe he hit that shot. He did the fake like bowing to him. And so people were like, look, fake news. He's bowing to him. Rico came over to the scorer's table and he goes like this to me. He goes like that, as wide as he could. The most sarcastic smile I've ever seen.
So you're like, Jerry,
good shot, Jerry.
You won, Jerry.
He was so mad.
Crowd was cheering.
He was furious at Jerry for that. You also were a little upset about the mop.
Nicky Spills, bro. Nicky Spills. He doesn't take the game seriously.
Do you think that it was not? I felt like I was going backwards in time when I saw you moping during the Invitational. I don't want you to go there.
Yeah.
I'm on
for 3 weeks. I'm like, where are we going? What do we do? You tell me like
I didn't know, Dave. Dude, did we have?
And as it turns out, I was dead right. Dave, the table was a fucking disgrace.
It was. You were right.
A fucking disgrace.
You were right, Dave. True or false? You and I did not have one single meeting about this Invitational.
Facts.
One single thing said to us about who's doing what.
What would you?
Rico asked me every single day for like a month. What am I doing? I said I do not know.
What would you?
I'm
have
not
me
going
do,
to
Dave?
plan.
Where do you think?
I would have put you on the clock.
Thank you.
I think Pete tried, but you can't. You're not certified.
No. You do not have to be certified.
Okay. Well, they asked. Pete has asked before. He asked last year.
I don't trust that Pete guy though, Rico.
I have a Division I. Like I would have gave calls. I would have had a conference. I would have had them all on a Zoom. Everybody would have vouched for me.
We have definitely asked.
I will say the Nikki Spills. That's a problem.
I could have done the book too.
Nikki Spills would do an attorney. He's walking around spilling beer on the court.
Bosco
he's a drunk. We can't have.
Bosco was not happy to be on mop duty again. He was very, very mopey about it. And it's like, hey, 8 months of rehabilitation. He's like, I should be reffing the game. I should be in the game.
I was working.
I should be sitting on Bobby Hurley's lap,
talking to a lot of the refs. Table was a disaster.
I just didn't like that. I felt like we went backwards for a minute. Did it not? It felt like last year.
I feel like you used somebody to their best assets.
Yeah, I thought the whole reaction to Jerry was very, very funny.
Yeah, I mean, it was
not on purpose.
You can't convince someone that you were happy for them when you have the instant knee-jerk reaction.
Happy. I saw that reaction you gave. I saw the whole thing. He had steam coming out of his ears.
The people just like every single person just going crazy for Jerry. And Rico just being like, this fucking asshole, that's my shot. This is my competition. I do this.
The difference between winning and losing.
I knew, too, because you were waiting till the very end to go. So that was part of it, too.
Well, he was beelining it to the ball rack, thinking the thing wasn't going to go in to grab his next ball because it became a free-for-all. So he was sprinting. And then when it goes in, he just goes like this. It like throws his hands up like, oh, man. And then the theatrics.
It was perfect. What's the plan for college basketball this year? You got content coming? Basketball in one?
Figure some stuff out.
Feels like we're... you were at the Champions Classic last night.
A couple of meetings last night.
Yeah.
Jack, it was crazy. Jack said he bet Kentucky, but all he could talk about was rock chalk.
Oh,
so it was fucking
that one
Rico.
last night. He talked about it last night.
Hold on.
Rico told us he had one ready to go.
Mid.
Yeah, it was a shot. I mean, Frank kind of ended you.
Who do you think wrote that?
Oh, you wrote that for him? Oh, look at you, boss.
It's not bad to get writing credit sometimes.
Oh,
like they say, you only worry about yourself. All right, I gave Frank a banger.
I corrected. Good job.
Man behind the scenes. You see that tweet, Dave?
What?
Frank says somebody in the office gave Frank a Coke for his birthday. And he's like, thanks for the Coke. He goes,
Mexican Coke.
Yep. He goes, Jack McCarthy keeps talking about this Colombian Coke, but I can't find it on the shelves.
Rico wrote that.
I think I'm over for Dave. I'm over for
Didn't land.
We're going to need you to get back.
I liked it.
Going to need you to give me one, Dave. You got to give me one here. I'm 0 for 4. I'm going to keep getting in the box. It's going to be a tough edit. Like, you got help me out here.
Well, I was writing a text. I didn't. It didn't grab me.
Okay. Grab the internet. They said it was a banger.
They did grab the internet. The whole internet was talking about it.
Yeah.
But
let me tell you about Vroom. We all know how much of a hassle buying a car can be. You spend so much time driving around, trying to find their perfect car, negotiating over their price, and worrying about the quality of the vehicle. But not anymore, thanks to Vroom. Is the better way to buy and sell used cars. When you go to Vroom.com, you can shop thousands of cars right from your phone. They have all the popular makes and models and no haggle pricing. So when you're getting a good deal, they'll deliver your new ride directly to you. Vroom stands by its vehicles too. Every car and truck from Vroom goes through a thorough inspection and reconditioning process, and it comes with a 90-day limited warranty. On top of that, you have 7 days or 250 miles, whichever comes first, to make sure it's the car for you. And if you don't love it, you can return it. You can also sell or trade in your current car on Vroom, and they'll pick it up for free. Just answer a few questions about your car on the Vroom website, and you'll get an offer in less than 2 minutes. You have no obligation to sell, so there's nothing to lose. So whether it's buying your next car, selling, or trading in your current one, Vroom has you covered. Start shopping today at Vroom.com. That's Vroom.com.
Oh, last thing before we talk about the games. Dave, do you want to comment on this? We got controversy between Riggs and and Willie C. Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's the foreplay stuff.
Yeah. The ending to Will's video with the fart.
I didn't see Will's video. I just saw the text back and forth.
He took the
tweets.
Will did a video taking Riggs for a walk or talk.
Like, what? I don't even know what that means.
Like, Will does that where he's like, let's go take a walk, and he just basically is like, explain the whole situation. And but I don't know if you had any side on that.
Listen, I get the foreplay guys' side. I get the other people. Golf is like a thing. It works. But we have golf guys, and then everyone else does golf stuff. Like, so I understand why if I was foreplay guys, I probably wouldn't love it either. But everybody's gonna, I think there's room for everybody probably with golf.
Yeah. Yeah. And the merch sales, we just keep selling merch.
I think it's good for Skip. I think Skip said he's doing Minahan fucking golf merch now.
Oh, let's go.
That's also our merch team just tries to, like, can you make golf merch?
Yeah, no, our merch team definitely pushes us to sell everything. That's a fact, which they should. That's their job.
Yeah, and like a polo.
Right, the polos, like, we
golf
all
shirt.
have to be able to sell polos.
Correct.
Right.
I still gotta get that.
But I still think they're clearly the golf guys. They go to the tournament.
Of course.
Like, they cover,
They go. They travel around for golf. Like, they do.
This has been a
thing.
non-stop thing. It started with foreplay when Whitney was a pussy and wouldn't play Riggs in that tournament. And it's just continued with everybody.
Right.
Everyone wants to do golf.
Okay, what else? Anything else? Oh, last thing. I like Joey Yanks, but are we worried about the burners?
He's just stating facts.
Okay, but like one burner leads to another burner leads to tweeting at coworkers' wives.
Fair. We will not go down the slippery.
Okay, I like that. Maybe we just say that we'll keep it on Joey Yanks.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair compliment.
Joey Yanks said, hey.
What Joey Yanks says.
He said, yeah.
There's no other burners.
I sent him.
See how many other burners you have right now on your phone?
I sent him one. Well, they're old. They're old ones to just see tweets that I'm blocked on.
Oh, okay.
No action. Gottlieb blocked me. I gotta go see when people tag me in something.
Yeah.
See what it is. What else am I gonna say? Oh yeah. The Joey Yanks weighed in and said like, hey, a lot of Barstool college football personalities for sure. Not everybody picked State Penn. Weighed in on that one, and then a certain college.
Yeah. Why are you going to Brandon for that? He got a pick wrong. Who cares? What?
Just I don't know.
He was hiding in the trees.
Yeah, I know that, but like, what? You never get picks wrong?
I think when I do, I get dragged. So Joey Yanks.
Yeah, but you also go silent.
Fair enough. Not anymore.
Not
absolutely not anymore.
Wait, but why? What's your beef with Brandon?
Nothing. You got the pick wrong though. I think it was a
What's
very
the face you're doing.
It was a very fair.
Brandon's Mostly Sports is doing really well numbers wise.
Yeah,
that frown you had was that was something.
That their show's crushing it numbers wise.
Barstool has a lot of college football personalities. I know some claim to be bigger than others. For sure, not all of their personalities picked against Michigan in this one. Does anyone have the answer if anyone made Michigan as their pick? Maybe even their best bet. Joey's just asking questions. He's a detective.
But I still don't understand your beef with Brandon, but that's fine. He does get numbers. Mostly Sports is doing very, very well.
Listen, Rico's like Tom Brady. Brady's 6. Like, he's just looking around. Everybody who maybe is competitor or viewing his thing, he's crying because, he wants to be the best.
I wouldn't say like working to be the best, not crying.
Yeah, right. But everybody is out to get everybody's competition. It's motivation. It's
winning culture.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. Been doing pretty
well.
good.
That's that.
Well,
that's not.
that.
That's so not true. I think Rico thinks
swerving.
if he says stay in your lane enough, it means that he stayed in his lane. Because you've hit like an old grandma. You're fucking a fire hydrant's flowing.
You're from the last like 3 starts prior, you were a horse with blinkers on, and the owners are like, we're gonna take the blinkers off. So now you're starting to swerve. You're seeing other horses. You're bumping into them. You're definitely not staying in your lane as much as you were, let's say, 4 months ago. You're late. You're kind of swerving.
Yeah, he's back. We've got some inquiries. We're looking and see who he cut off.
Yeah.
The gates open and the inquiry sign flashes like instantly.
It's football season. There's a lot more horses on the field. A lot more horses on the track.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, if Joey Yanks is the only birder you got, I'm all in for Joey Yanks. He does make me laugh every time I see a Joey Yanks tweet pop up.
I looked back at the old tweets. Joey Yanks was tweeting college basketball for a long period.
Yeah, clips and stuff, right?
Well, like takes too, because I was banned. So Joey.
Oh yeah, that's right. When you were banned from talking about college, you banned yourself from talking about college basketball, and then tweeted Joey Yanks takes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk some college football.
Keeping you awake, Hank?
Sorry.
Oh, that's tough.
We recorded this. What? It was 8:30 start.
Yeah.
Everybody was on time, right?
Oh. Hey, listen, he's staying in his lane. He's staying in his lane.
No.
Just staying in his lane.
There's
Who
no
wasn't on time?
Nobody. I did see a clip. Somebody may have been late for a big show last week.
Staying in his lane. Staying in his lane. Staying in his lane.
I don't know what clip that is.
He's talking about Jerry and Advisors.
Oh, yeah.
Homeward Bound. That was another tweet.
So fucking squirrel just got run over. A trash can just got
one of those
knocked.
dogs die in that movie? I was trying to remember when I saw
they all. You know
they
what,
all
Hank?
made it.
No, yeah, they all make it, and one makes it through way more adversity than the other. And that's the moral of my fucking life. Broken legs, dead, traps, fucking weird fucking places in the woods, fire department looking, mud, cuts, blood, fucking no food. And I'm coming home to that Miami fucking Nantucket mansion.
Oh, because one of the dogs goes
Whether
away.
you like it or not, you probably got the shotgun over the thing, and then you'll just put it back. Oh man, he fucking did it.
He's
fucking cockroach of a dog.
And you know what happens?
Still here. I can't get rid of him.
And you know what happens? You show up all tattered and like broken legs, everything at the front desk, and your tail's still wagging. And Dave's like,
and he embraces.
"Oh man, I'm so happy you're back. Like, what, were you gone for a day?" And you're like, "You don't know what I've seen.
Yeah,
you don't know what I've seen."
Yeah.
Or there's another narrative where the old dog goes to every house in the neighborhood and they all shut their door on him, so he has no other houses to go to. And he slinks back to the original. He's like, "I guess I'm back with you, Dad."
He gets picked up.
Maybe during that time of trial and tribulation, aka like mental health. The dog was without food, sunlight. He was a real fucked up dog. The dog got him back on the meds, and he's licking your fucking tail.
The dog gets picked up by like a nice warm family.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden he wakes up and it was all a dream. He's sitting by a dumpster still. It's like that contract was never real. That kind of thing.
The dog has definitely appreciated. He's learned to appreciate his owners way more. Starting to see things through the light.
Okay, let's talk some games. Let's talk some college football.
How does the owner feel about the dog?
Owner loves the dog.
Does the owner want to give the dog a new leash?
Come on.
A new handkerchief, maybe? Some new booties?
That's negative.
Some new food?
That's negative. It's negative.
Is the owner thinking about that? Maybe a little new dog bed?
Yeah, the owner knows he's going to take care of the dog. The dog's old. The dog gets cold. Dog gets sick easily. He needs special food. He needs special everything.
But would the owner go as far as to maybe get the special food on like not just like a 1-year subscription, but a 2-year subscription? So we know
because there's so many changes in food technology, and you don't want to be locked in,
right?
Because you don't know what the best food will be for that dog 2 years down the road.
On the flip side, if that dog has a good 12 months per se and doesn't bite anybody, doesn't run away, doesn't shit in the house, the owner kind of puts himself in a box that he's got to honor that 12-month thing that he agreed to.
Yeah.
Then we restart the clock. If you start biting people, you fucked up. But 12 months of not biting, sure helps.
I agree. 12 months would be great of not biting. Absolutely.
Not even a nip.
Any nips?
Like, I don't even want a little, like.
How many months has it been?
Like, Stella licks my
11.
kids, and my kids are like, "Oh, Stella bit
11.
me." And I'm like, "No, Stella didn't bite you. I don't want you even licking kids."
It's been 11.
Well, no, January does not count. January was bad. January was when we had to call you to tell you that you had to blog about Nate Oates hiding murderers.
I didn't want a hit piece on me. You got one. We can't have all three guys. We need one clean guy of the big.
So you're now the lone survivor? Like when they do the State of the Union and they keep one guy, like the director of agriculture, in a bunker?
Yeah. There, no hit piece on you. No, I'm clean.
You're clean?
You're clean. They haven't hit me for the hit piece yet. Let's just put it that way.
Who's they?
The internet.
I wouldn't describe you as clean.
All right.
That is not how I describe you.
Yeah, I may have fucked that up Monday. So
it's like 11. It's gonna be.
No, I wouldn't say. The last thing when I look at Rico Bosco, the old dog. You look at the old dog. It's like, has the old dog ever bitten anybody? It's like, oh yeah, he's bitten a lot of dogs. He killed like 3 of the cats, 4 like dogs, like dead. They're dead. That stays with you,
right? But
you
it's
don't
like,
just forget that the dog killed people.
But it's a little bit like the Beast, or like in Sandlot. Like, it's a little folklore.
No,
like, it's so long ago.
No, there's no folklore.
I think you're Joe Biden's dog. You're biting everyone who comes in the White House.
There's definitely no folklore.
Okay.
Listen.
The dog in the Sandlot was folklore.
Any other dog bites the amount of people.
Down.
Yeah, you have to put him down.
The dog would have been put down years and years and years ago.
But he also is the best guard dog if you needed him.
Yeah, because he bites people.
Yeah, no, good dog guard. You are the guy. We've said it for a while. It's like, the cop doing the training drills, and he doesn't wait to see if it's a good guy or bad guy that pops up. He's shooting everybody. That's not a good guard dog.
We're talking dogs, though. We're not talking about Rico.
You're pretty valuable.
Correct.
Yeah.
You got to protect.
This is all hypotheticals.
All right, yeah.
This is all hypotheticals. All right, let's talk college football.
All right, so tough month ahead.
We got for the dog or you? I thought we were talking about the dog.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll do the ads after.
To end it, you love the dog.
I love the dog.
That's all I needed.
If I didn't love the dog would have been put down years ago.
Agreed.
I love when the dog comes running in with his tail wagging and he's happy to see me. That's my favorite time of the day. I don't love when the dog has that little snarl on his face. I'm like, he's going to bite someone again.
It's been more wagging and rolling around.
It has,
but
there's
way
been
more.
There's been a couple he hears a noise and he starts to snarl, and I'm like,
Well, all those
dog back, got to pull back on the collar real quick.
All those years in the woods, all those drugs, they take their effect.
The dog. On the dog.
Yeah.
This is all hypothetical again. If anyone thinks that we're talking about Rico, you're wrong.
Let's tell you about our friends at Nutrafil. You don't have to choose between better hair growth and your health. Nutrafil provides a whole body health approach for men that promotes healthier hair, no drugs, no compromises, just better hair. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, clinically shown to improve your hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Nutrafil's hair growth supplements use physician-formulated, natural science-backed ingredients. Their drug-free, patented technology provides consistent, reliable results without compromising your sexual health. Go to Nutrafol.com/men to take their hair health wellness quiz. Identify causes of your thinning hair, and Nutrafil will give you personalized plan for better hair health through whole body wellness. Nutrafil supports healthy hair growth from within by targeting root causes of thinning such as stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, lifestyle, and metabolism through whole body health. And it works. In a clinical study, 84% of men showed improvement in their hair after 6 months taking Nutrafil's men's hair growth supplements. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair for a limited time. Nutrafil is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafil.com/men and enter code PICK. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafil for healthier hair. Nutrafil.com/men, spelled Nutrafol.com/men, and enter promo code PICK. That's Nutrafil/men, promo code PICK.
All right, college football. 2 weeks left. I cannot believe we only 2 weeks left. The regular season's gone by in a flash. Right now, standings, Pat Hill standings, Dave's at 93, 78, and 2, 54%. Rico 60 and 58, 50.8%. I am 235 and 232. 50.3%. And yeah, this is nut crunching time. Got to stack some wins. Everyone's got to stack some wins. I feel like though as a show we've been pretty good recently.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I did the move last week where I split my card. I went 2-8 during the week, and I made Jack release my 2-8 card and update my record because I had to start fresh going into Saturday.
I like that move.
I had to. I couldn't. You can't. If you're 2-8 going into Saturday and you're like, I got to try to get above 500, it's an impossible task, just mentally. All right.
I like that move.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. So anything big picture before we do the 4 games?
No, we got the 2 playoff scenarios I've been talking about. The one with 5, there's 5 spots before, and I think the other scenario is if Florida State, the Big Ten champion, and Washington all go undefeated, you're sitting there with Bama, Texas, and I don't think it's as clear-cut as people think.
I actually think there's a chance Florida State might be left out.
You told me that was crazy.
I know, and now I'm starting to think because the way the teams they've played have sucked.
Louisville needs to beat Miami and stay atop there and get to the ACC.
I do still think it's crazy that they wouldn't leave out.
Dan,
I know. I still think it's crazy. I'm just starting to be like, this is how it works with the subjective 4 teams. I still think it's crazy. You are right. Like, they're not going to leave out an undefeated Power 5. But I feel the tide shifting in a way to try to start to, like, say, oh, yeah, Florida State hasn't played anyone. I still think it's crazy. I still think if they're undefeated, they're in. But you sensed it. I mean, you sensed it first.
I did say it right away.
Yeah, I think you were right.
What's crazy to me is why everyone's like, it could be Oregon fucked. It could be Florida State fucked. It could be Texas fucked. Hold on a second. Why is fucking Bama not, like, 3rd on this depth chart?
I mean, Bama's good.
I know, but they lost to Texas. Like, why do we play the games? It's crazy.
And your boy Dave Harbaugh, just a quote machine.
Yep. Just smashing the virus. America's team. He's now in on, was it apples? Bananas?
He's going to do push-ups and apples to beat the virus, and he's now in on chickens.
Chickens. Yeah.
He said chickens were a nervous bird for the longest time, and now he's like, you know what? They actually produce a lot of eggs, so I've found the utility of chickens. He is Dwight Schrute. He's Dwight Schrute.
100%. I love America's team. I love it.
Yeah. America roots for a team with adversity.
100%.
Whether the adversity came from in-house or not.
100% they root for adversity.
It's quite something. All right, games. We have 4 games that we're going to talk about, ranked. It's a weird week because we have a bunch of games that are, like SEC's playing a bunch of non-con. Utah at Arizona is the first game I had on the list. Arizona -1, over-unders 44.5. Rico.
I've been hot on this Utah team. I said it last week. That was kind of a miracle cover with that idiot dropping the fucking ball.
Miracle and the blocked field goal.
Yes. Something's just rolling with this Arizona team. I think they might be my favorite team to bet in a bowl. These are the type of teams who care about a bowl, so I'm waiting for that.
They struggled, though, with Colorado. Dave called that game perfectly.
Yep, I know. But I think Arizona's playing really well. I'm going to take Arizona here. And this kind of would be another marquee win. Buildings, they weren't expected to do anything. Good win for Arizona. Pretty sure Arizona at home, no?
Yep.
So I'll take Arizona.
It's like a 11:30 kickoff in Arizona.
Interesting.
It's going to be hot as fuck. I will also take Arizona -1. I'm a little nervous just because it feels like Utah, this is the type of game they do these weird things where they were dead and then, they got killed by Oregon. Then they were in that game against Washington. But I'm going to take Arizona -1. Dave.
I'm going to take Arizona. I don't love the game. I hate the card in general this week. It's my least favorite card of the whole season.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take Arizona here.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Georgia, Tennessee. Georgia -10. Over-unders 58.5. It's at Tennessee. Tennessee's been really bad on the road, good at home. They got smushed by Mizzou. Georgia looks like they are back to being full Georgia. Brock Bowers is back. They're now number 1, which I expected them to do, the college football poll.
Yeah.
No, they are.
No, I know. I'm saying who is number 1 in my eyes.
It's Georgia. Georgia hasn't lost a game in fucking 3 years.
The only thing you could say about Georgia was they hadn't played really good competition.
And
they
Ohio
State's
State's Notre Dame win. They're ranked, but
Ohio State's
Georgia.
Georgia's definitely the number one
Georgia.
team. They're the best team in the country. I haven't looked. I assume the national championship predictions, it's back to Georgia being the favorite, not Michigan.
I'll
It
look
has
right
to
now.
be. I mean, it's crazy. And this is coming from a Michigan man. It's crazy if Michigan's favored over them. Crazy.
Michigan is favored over them.
That's crazy.
Michigan
And
is,
I love Michigan.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Michigan's plus 200, Georgia's plus 225, Alabama plus 550. Ohio
What would you
State
make that
8-1,
line, Dave?
Oregon 8-1.
What would you make that line?
I'd have I guess. I think it's about right, to be honest. I just think it should be switched. They both have to, they both have one huge game left, the way you see it, right? Georgia has to beat Alabama, and Michigan has to beat Ohio State. Michigan's at home. Maybe that's why it's an easier win. But Georgia's back. And
I'm saying
scary
you guys
as
in the
fuck.
championship. What would Georgia be laying against Michigan?
To me, they should be laying like 6.
Michigan right now is a 5.5-point favorite against Ohio State, and Georgia's a 4-point favorite against Alabama if you want to do the look-ahead lines.
Yeah, so that is theoretically maybe why they have that slight edge to Michigan. They're a slight bigger favorite. But I think Michigan, Georgia, neutral field, Georgia is the clear favorite. And this is, again, everyone knows my allegiances, but we haven't proven that we can step on the field with them yet. They haven't lost a game in 3 fucking years.
Yeah.
They haven't even been close.
They lost. Did they lose the SEC championship game 2 years ago? I believe. But yeah, other than that, they lost to Alabama and then they
came back.
Yeah.
Should have lost
Yeah,
to
I mean,
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Who?
But they
Georgia,
they
but
almost
did.
lost
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No, that's true.
Yeah, so but I still don't even like this game. I could see it be. It is a rivalry, all those SEC things. I'll take Georgia though, but I don't love the game.
Yeah, I'm going to take Georgia as well, -10. I do not love this game either, just because Tennessee has been good at home and they just have struggled on the road. And now you're going to Tennessee. Although it does feel like something like once we got to November, Georgia was like, okay, now the season's starting, and now we're going to start.
But I
kicking
could
the
see
shit
Georgia not totally being up for this game.
I disagree.
But they should, because they have Georgia Tech next week. Do they still do that game?
Yeah, they
Is
have Georgia Tech next week.
So they got nothing to look forward to. So yeah, Georgia.
I think they smash.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the one they go all out. Next week is actually might be like a walkthrough. Nobody get hurt, and then they're back in for the SEC championship game. This is the last dress rehearsal for playoffs.
All right, next game. So we're all in Georgia there. Rico, your game. Sunflower Cup.
You put this on, huh?
Yeah. Kansas State, Kansas. Kansas -8. Over-under's 56.5. Kansas lost their QB early last week.
1 and 2 they lost.
Yeah, no, they already. Yeah, well, one
They're
was
talking.
already.
He's trying to talk like Bean is going to play. Then he said on a radio show he's not going to play. I think Kansas would be going with a third stringer here.
So what's your play in this game? Is it? Don't give it away.
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 Might have an acronym as well, but I won't give anything away.
But you.
So the quarterback is what? What's the quarterback situation?
Kansas is on their third string.
Yeah, the kid got hurt early last week, ruined. That was one of my picks. I got a double loser because of that. I would have taken Kansas, but I don't see any of the game last week, except I know the quarterback got hurt. I think their offense was very good. Suddenly they couldn't move the ball at all against Texas Tech. So I'm going to take Kansas State here.
It's a shame. Kansas State, if they beat Texas, they'd be right in that thick of it for the Big 12.
I know the Big 12 is chaos right now.
It's a lot of chaos, but I think it's going to line up to be Oklahoma with the tiebreakers. Could be Oklahoma, Texas again.
Yeah.
Although we'll get to Texas.
Yeah.
So
okay, so you
I'm
are
lean K-State here.
Okay, and Dave, you're gonna nice job. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
Kansas
job.
State.
Good job. Good job.
Lean
Good
K-State.
job. Good job. All right, I'm on Kansas State as well. This is bad that we all have the same.
No, it's not. Have you seen the historic
just
rundown?
they-
Have you seen the
they
historic
just-
rundown of this rivalry?
No, I'm saying it's bad that all three of us, we've gone through 3 games and we all agree on all 3 games.
yeah,
That's bad.
yes. Yeah. Okay.
That is bad.
It's bad.
I'm also going to take Kansas State. Let me find a team total. I'm going to take Kansas State over 31.5.
Well, that's it? Oh, Jesus.
I'll take
Actually,
that
no,
as
it's
well.
33.5 is the -115.
Okay.
33.5.
I like that.
33.5.
I'll take that as well.
Okay, last game.
Pound them.
but it's just a lean.
Just a lean.
It's just a lean. It's just a lean right now.
No acronyms.
Last game, Washington at Oregon State. Night game is the best game on the card. This is the best game in terms of the playoff picture. Oregon State's -2.5, over under 63.5. David.
I like Oregon State a lot. I think they win this game. The Pac-10 continues to move around to, home teams being the better team. Washington, I think it's high scoring. I think Oregon State wins, so I'll take Oregon State and the over.
I have Oregon State as well.
I have Oregon State.
Okay.
I don't think the playoff picture works out like we always do. Washington seems to have been flying a little too close to the sun in some of these games. It's hard to go undefeated. It's hard to go undefeated in the Pac-12, which is known for chaos. Oregon State, biggest home game in what, would you say, 10, 15 years in terms of like their
I don't
escape?
think the Pac-12 is known for chaos.
No, it is.
They eat each other up all the time. Every time Oregon had a path to the playoff, they'd go lose to Arizona in like 2011, 2012.
Arizona State with Justin Herbert. I'm going to agree with you, Rico. It is. They cannibalize themselves. They will always get to the end of the
USC
season.
fucks things up. Like 100%. I think it's Oregon State here. And the line seems to point Oregon State wise, so
that's probably, you could say, is like one of the reasons. It's obviously more complicated, but the Pac-12 dying, part of it is that they haven't gotten a team in the fucking playoff in forever.
Yeah, Washington.
And it's because their teams just kick the shit out of each other.
Although they did have Oregon.
Oregon and Auburn?
Oregon was, that was the first or second year of the playoff.
Cam Newton?
Second. No, that wasn't. Was that Cam Newton? Yeah, that was.
That was the playoff, yeah.
Yeah, because Oregon beat Florida State. It was the first year of the playoff.
Yeah.
Florida State won the last BCS. The next year, Oregon beat Jameis and Florida State to get to the final.
And then Washington was the only other playoff.
Washington was in the year after, and they got absolutely smothered by Alabama.
Yep. That was the worst playoff there was. Michigan State also got
it was New Year's, too.
Yeah, waxed.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, before the next game, let me tell you about our friends at Factor. This holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, convenient meals to keep you energized on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. Skip the stress of meal prepping over the holidays with Factor. Choose from 35-plus weekly flavor-packed, fresh, never-frozen meals that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences, all delivered right to your door and ready to eat in 2 minutes. Looking for special occasion meals during the holidays? Level up with Gourmet Plus options prepared to perfection by chefs and ready to eat in record time. Enjoy premium ingredients like broccolini, leeks, truffle butter, and asparagus. Need an extra boost to support your wellness goals and feel your best during the holidays? Try Protein Plus meals with 30 grams of protein or more per serving. This November, get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Simply choose your meals and enjoy fresh, flavor-packed meals delivered to your door, ready in just 2 minutes. No prep, no mess. Head to factormeals.com/Rico50 and use code Rico50 to get 50% off. That's code Rico50 at factormeals.com/Rico50 to get 50% off.
Should we do our cards? I don't have a lot right now. I don't have a lot.
I had this, I told you, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 5 games.
Damn.
Yeah, I hated the board.
I will still find a way to have 40 plays. Just so
I'm sure I'll do more, but I usually have no problem. I just go routinely through the card. I'll have 20. Nope, 5.
All right, so do your card, Dave, and then we'll do locks.
I've been excuse me, I'm definitely getting a little bit sick. I reversed on this team because if we do a flashback, when we started picking them, I said, I'm just going to more lock whoever is playing Northwestern the entire season. I have now flipped to starting to take them every week, and they're paying huge dividends. They've covered easily like 3 weeks in a row, smashed Wisconsin last week. Purdue at Northwestern +3. Give me Northwestern again. Kansas State, Kansas, we talked about Kansas, the quarterback out. That's all the difference. Team total, Kansas State. Oregon State -2.5, over 63.5 against Washington. I like the over in Florida, Missouri 58.5, and then Iowa State at home +7.5 against Texas. I did a similar one with Iowa State. Was it versus Kansas State? I think, I can't remember. They didn't live up to it. But
Kansas, they got killed.
Kansas
they sucked.
Night game at home 7.5. I'll give them another shot.
Same.
Rico.
All right, I am on SMU Memphis over 66.5. I kind of miss these big numbers. Does it feel like the big numbers are gone with the change of the first downs?
A little bit.
Have you seen a total in the 70s other than USC, Oregon? Sure seemed like there was a lot more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So back to the big time overs, 2 good offenses. I'll take that. I think Georgia rolls minus the 10, Oregon State minus the 2.5, Iowa State plus 7.5. I think you could sprinkle that. Outright, I talked about, it seems like the Big 12 cannibalizes itself when they're supposed to run the table through. West Virginia in 07, Texas a variety of different ways. TCU almost fucked it up last year. I think Iowa State can win the game outright. I'll take the plus 7.5. And Oregon, Arizona State over 53.5. So Oregon favored by 23.5. That's giving you what? 35-7 in terms of a score. If they're going to cover that, that's 42 points. I need 10 more, 11 more to cover. Oregon can roll it on people. Give me the over 53.5.
Okay. I have all the games we just talked about, and then I am going to do the over in Florida, Mizzou at 58.5. This is a dumb bet. I'm going to take Wisconsin minus 4.5 at home against Nebraska. Luke Fickell said we're going to find out this week who wants to be here. This is just rock bottom. Like, they are rock bottom.
Well, they're playing rock bottom.
They are playing rock bottom, but this is the lowest Wisconsin's been in a very long time. This feels like the time that you hop back in because it's like you will get their best effort for 4 quarters. That was a debacle against Northwestern. Like,
is it going to be Iowa
sad.
coming out of the West guaranteed? They
I think Iowa did clinch. Yeah, Iowa did clinch. So I have that. Those 2 plays. I have the Kansas State and the Kansas State over, like I said. And then what was my other play? Oh, I have my lock. Oh, I'm going to take I'll say my lock. I'll say my lock. I will have more plays. I have a lot more plays. I have to dive into it. I haven't had a second. Oh, LSU minus 31. That was the other one. I think LSU is going to just try to get Jaden Daniels a Heisman. And they're playing Georgia State. They got to put up. I probably will take the team total as well.
I kind of like Ole Miss is a list game technically.
Oh, we're bringing the list back?
Yeah, it's the last chance. You know what? Give me Ole Miss against ULM. Off the list.
Okay.
Last chance you can get it.
Okay.
I just worry about Lane not. Who does he have? Mississippi State next week? Oh, he's not worried about that. Well, he is maybe with the rivalry. Ole Miss, fuck it.
Ole Miss, throw it on the card. I like it. All right, locks. Bob Diaco standings. Jack and I are in first place, 7-4. Zupi in second, 6-4. Dave, you should have seen this. I walked in this morning. Deshaun Watson out for the year. Zupi was on the phone with his dad. He's a Browns fan from Cleveland. It was the saddest conversation I've ever seen. The tone they were talking in was like someone had just died in the family, and I heard Zupi just go, "This is what we do. This is what we do," and he goes, "Best 2 weeks we've ever had." I was just like, "What is going on?"
It was really dark.
Best 2 weeks we've ever had. It was so sad. Just to look into the Browns fandom for a second.
Unbelievable.
All right, Zupi's in second. Liam is in third, and then we have a tie for fourth with Hank and Ebo, and then in fifth, a tie with Dave and Rico, 5-7.
I'm tanking in this portion of the show. It's weird because in a college football show, I'm very good in my mortals, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Rico, would you like to start?
Game of the Year, Volume 2.
Oh!
K-State.
K-State,
I said it.
8, Game of the Year.
When Bill Snyder cleaned out his office, he handed in his key, he handed in his fucking credentials, but he left a little note in there, and it says, "This is how you beat the shit out of Kansas. Kleiman has done it. 3rd-string quarterback. They're going to go to fucking Lawrence, and they're going to fucking smash them. Will Howard is a warrior. Giddens is going to be Giddens them fucking touchdowns. They're going to fucking smoke them. K-State, again, it's my favorite game of the year. I hate that it's at 7 o'clock. Give it to me at fucking 9 a.m. I want to wake up and I want to watch them fucking pound them. K-State.
I love it. I love
They're
it,
gonna
Rico.
fucking kill
This
them.
is the ultimate. Remember the Flex video when Rico had it in the Philly house?
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. All right, Jack, what's your lock?
I'm doing Oregon State minus 2.5.
Oregon State minus 2.5. That was on my list of possible locks. Zoopy.
Georgia minus 10.
Georgia minus 10. Bubba.
Washington, Oregon State over.
Ooh, okay. Hank.
I was gonna take Washington, but I feel like me and Jack have been on opposite sides every game this year, and I've lost. So I'm gonna go Kansas.
You're gonna go Kansas.
Why are you gonna go?
Wow.
Kansas? Why?
Rivalry game.
You're
It's a lot of points. It's a lot of points.
Wow.
It's November 15th. This is now the most crucial month of the year. Every day is a struggle. Like, you're going to go Kansas.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Dave, Hank walked in late today. He went around the TV. Joey Yank saw it. He broke the news.
Oh, no. We got a rife in the rider world. Okay, Dave.
Hank, they are going to kill. After you've been a little tough of a week with your scheduling things, and now you got Kansas.
What's scheduling things?
The Riders are not okay.
The Riders are not going to be happy about this.
What do you want me to say? I want to win. I want to win. I want to win more luck.
All right. They will not be happy.
Dave.
Who did I have last week? Does it say?
You won last week, right?
Let me find it.
Did I win last week?
No,
I
you
don't
had the
think so.
over in Texas Tech, Kansas.
Yeah.
And the Kansas quarterback got hurt.
Yeah. That's bullshit. All right, I'm going to take Northwestern. They've been good to me. +3 at home against Purdue.
Okay. I'm going to take my mortal lock's going to be Auburn minus 24. Give me say Auburn. Auburn. This is solely so New Mexico State's one of my favorite teams. Diego Pavia is electric. I think he's hurt. And if you look at what New Mexico State has, they are second in the Conference USA. This game means nothing to them. And they have Jacksonville State, who is third in the Conference USA next week. So that will be the game to decide who goes to the Conference USA championship game. So this game means nothing to them. If they can just basically say anyone who's a little dinged up, don't play, I think Auburn will smash them. And New Mexico State has literally nothing to play for right now. Nothing. So they just want to get in, get out, and not get any more injuries. All right. Good pick 'em. Anything else? What are you doing right now?
Making a call.
Oh, he's making a call. He's making a call.
Oh, no, because of Hank. All right. I'll see you, boys.
It's 0-6.
Hello.
So,
Hey.
Hank flipped. I'll tell you more later.
Bye.
Listen, when you say something, you got to tell me to sit down first.
Fair enough. I know. I didn't expect it either. It's a hard time, but I'll give you more. But Hank flipped. Document.
Hey, Sol.
Hey.
It's Big Cat.
Hey, Dan. Good to hear from you.
I'm as strong as ever. I'm on Kansas State.
I mean, I have to sit down for a second. Sorry, Dan. This is tough. This is tough to hear. Wow.
I know. We'll have a Zoom. We'll figure it out. They're upset, Hank. This is what you're doing to my guys. All right. Thanks, Sol.
I'm getting emotional over here.
That's what they're doing.
We'll get through this. We've gone through worse. We've gone through worse.
We'll get through worse. All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
All right, see ya. Let's see what you did, Hank.
Yeah.
It's brutal.